My name is Diego. I am 33 years old. I am the father of two. I'm head of a family. Um, I've been I've been interpreting for 5 years now, nearly 5 years, and I've been doing it in the fields of insurance, legal calls. I've been in court, medical calls, surgeries, births, um, mental health, and so yeah, you could say that I pretty much have interpreted a little bit of everything. I think the most rewarding part of my job would be when people will actually understand each other. Sometimes I get these calls where people are frustrated, especially the Spanish speaking person is kind of frustrated because they don't manage to get the help they need. And they think that it's because their representatives can't help them, but most of the times it's just that they don't understand each other. So when you're in the middle of it and you start noticing how they start to feel calmer, the conversation starts to flow better, and they end up happy. That's what's rewarding for me. I think the most challenging part of being an interpreter is that, well, not everybody expresses themselves in the same way. So sometimes one person can say one thing one way, but then there's another person, even in the same language, even in the same country, and they say it quite differently. So you have to be ready and you have to be really, really objective because sometimes you just want to things to suit what you think, but interpreting is the other way around. You have to be like Bruce Lee says, you have to be like water. You have to adapt completely to what the other people is telling you and not to put what you think could be. Well, I try to maintain the most of the message, but whenever I know that something is like in the middle of interpretation, I understand the message first and then give the message back. So there's like you have to interpret sometimes word by word, but there are certain phrases, certain messages that you have to do it your own way so that they can both understand each other. Because if you just say it like it is, maybe in the other language, it won't make any sense. Okay, so I think the greatest quality of an interpreter is to be able to listen what the other person needs to say and also to be respectful. Sometimes maybe the other person is not answering the questions that you want or is giving you longer segments that you want, and you just have to listen and continue with it, understand the other person and be respectful with what they're trying to say. I remember when I was customer service interpreter, calls were quite fast, and the stress level was high. You just have to continue practicing, continue updating your vocabulary, and when you feel ready, you just have to continue moving on, try another topic, try a new vocabulary, try a new training. If you want to grow, if you want to look for opportunities, if you actually want to get more into the industry or want to be a professional interpreter, they do have a lot of courses, they do have a lot of training. They they are always encouraging you to try to maybe grow in some way to be better. And if I'm having some issue, I can just reach out and I can get an answer. So I think that's great. That helps me do my job in a calmer way, more confident, because I know that it's not me, that I know that I have a team that's backing me up. And if something's happening, I'm sure that they will help out.